Hi, my name is Lot Himrat. In this video I would like to answer one of many questions, I'm looking at my list, um, that I've seen going around. I've seen people saying things, making statements about them, and I have my personal insights. And so I will simply be sharing those, and this is one of those videos. So today the question is, how many workshops, seminars, private sessions, whatever it is, do you need to attend to reach enlightenment? Or if you consider that to be too big of a goal, then I would say to be aware, to be awakened, to be grounded, to be in the here and now, to be balanced. So, you have a number in mind? Write it down, because at the end of the video you might think over again and write down a new number. So let's dive into it. Like, subscribe, and share. Workshops, seminars, webinars, private sessions, more workshops, more webinars. Practicing, meditating every day, doing yoga, putting one leg here, the other leg there. Fasting, intermittent fasting, fasting for many days in a row. There's a lot. Oh yeah, pilgrimage in Spain, India, Mecca, Rome, South America, wherever you want it. The possibilities are limitless. There's also ayahuasca, there is drum ceremonies, which can do the same as ayahuasca. There is using cannabis. There is so much you can do. So how much of these do you need? Is there a number? Is there a magic number? If so, what is it? Well, the fact that you're still watching this video could be interpreted in two ways. One, you're already there. So you're really curious to hear what I have to say about it, because you already know more or less, but you're looking for some confirmation maybe, or like, let's get a second opinion, or let's get a different perspective on things. Or you still believe that, well, you may be close, but there's still a few things you need to do before you can say that I'm in a good place now. So which one are you? I would like to start by saying that there is not a specific number. There is a number for you, maybe, and you will only know that number after the fact. If you believe that doing that one course that's ahead of you, or finishing the course you're doing now, will get you to that level, then not getting there, not finishing that course is your limitation. Because you believe that without it, you're incomplete. I personally have done a lot. All kinds of things. And I've learned a lot. I've also seen what totally doesn't resonate with me, how people are abusing certain things, how certain things really help me forward a lot, how I needed a lot from something, and I needed just a simple touch or a taste of something to just know it, to have the effect, and be able to move on. And maybe you recognize some of these things, like, yeah, I did with that, oh, and that I had with that. Yes. And so people I resonate with a lot for a while, and then I put them on hold, and maybe I'll come back to them, or maybe I don't, and that's part of the development. If you've been watching several videos of mine, you may have heard me talk about my mentor, which was my mentor for 10 years. And he, for example, he taught me a lot. At a certain moment, I was working on getting more spiritual. And although he taught me a lot of spirituality, he stayed himself very much in the earthy, in the 3D. For him, it was very important to ground, to be in the here and now, and to bring everything back to the 3D, which is something that I start to do more and more now. But he literally could not go to a certain level when it comes to spirituality, when talking about certain things, feeling them. I experienced that at a certain moment, you just blocked there. I was like, come on, man, all your experience, all your knowledge, why don't you join us in that conversation? Why don't you go with us up the mountain? And I realized much later that his job was to help people get from a certain level to another certain level. Maybe beginners, maybe people who already had some experience, to get them to a certain level, just like he did with me. And so there was his focus. And the thing is that when you're able to get further, the further you get, generally the less you want to work in the lower fields, in the lower energies. But people in the lower energies also need coaches, need mentors, need teachers. And I am already experiencing this, that certain people are very much in the mind, for example. That's exhausting for me. Although I can spend quite some time in my own mind. But working with clients who are in that area, for me that's difficult. That's challenging, and I may be able to do it, but it costs me an effort. So as things are for me about effortless, just being, Gene Key 10, 2 times in my pearl, it's not what I prefer to do. So I already have a category of people that I want to work with. So different people work with different categories, different levels. It's just like you have a teacher for kindergarten, for primary school, for secondary school, for university, and whatever other things there are. It's the same way. And each of them may be excellent at what they're doing, but if you would put them in the other position, they may fail. Or they may succeed, we do not know. But they chose to work with a certain category of age, for example, or a certain category of experience, or a certain specialization, sorry. And so when it comes to our personal development, we always grow. There is not a moment you stop. From my perspective. From my perspective, when you stop, that's the moment where your life ends. At least as a human. And the people that I've seen who have been working on themselves and a certain moment just stopped, I was shocked because for me stopping is this very strange thing. Once you start this thing, you don't want to go back. But I've seen people go back, and it's like they're zombies. It's like their soul just left their bodies and they're on automatic pilot, just living their life, doing their thing, and yeah, that's it. Going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, eating, watching TV, drinking, on the remote control, and that's it. Yeah, boring, right? Okay, my perspective. Yes, it may sound judgmental, but maybe they chose to do things in the reverse. I had a life like this, and at a certain moment I was really done with it. I chose to lead a different kind of life. They were already active from very young age, so maybe they needed that experience later. Who says which order of things is correct or the best? So coming back to how much you need, basically you feel. If you're still watching, I believe you already are at a very nice level. You are exactly there where you need to be. And it's your choice to go deeper, to learn new things, most importantly, practice. To practice what you've learned, what works for you, what feels good. And something may not feel good for you for a while, and then at a certain moment it does. Like I was not into doing meditation and stuff like that. And then when I had my second burnout, which was a heavy one, I got recommended to do a yoga and meditation course. Well, the yoga was just painful, and the meditation was mainly boring, but there was a 3-minute meditation which worked for me. And that is how I started. That's also what I recommend my clients who are not into meditating, to just do the 3-minute meditation from time to time. Like when you're at work and you get stressed, you feel tension, just walk out. Maybe to the bathroom if you don't have where to go out and to be peaceful. And the first 3 minutes, nobody will knock on the door like, hey! No. 3 minutes, just breathing, make sure it's well ventilated. And I did that, and that helped me a lot. Because I would come back to my desk and just see things more clearly. Like, oh, wait, that's the thing that I need. Okay, oh, things resolved, and I could move forward. And so, for the first many years, I did only the 3-minute meditation. 3 minutes only. But during the course, I learned 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever. And now, I can meditate much longer. I choose to meditate much longer in my own unique way of meditating, which for me, for example, is peaceful walk in the park or laying in my bath, warm bath with magnesium salt or baking soda. And it works for me now. But many years before I did the course, a few years before I made the course, I had a girlfriend who actually encouraged me to do yoga and meditation and to just join her. I tried once, I believe, but it was not my thing. I was not ready. And what she did, she planted that seed. And then during the course, I discovered that certain forms of meditation, like the walking meditation, was actually fun. So this is how slowly I started integrating things, I started changing things and adapting. I transformed a lot within myself by working with different people, by working on myself, by reading, listening, diving into things, experimenting, a lot of contemplation, a lot of self reflection. And so I made a new shift in my life, a major one again. Um, which came like 7 years after the big breakthrough, which was 2012. So things have been changing. And I was already a few years ago feeling much better than ever before. And now again, I can say, at the end of last year, I said 2020 was the best year till now, my life. And I've had a few great years. The year when I left home finally, freedom! Um, the year of my breakthrough, yoo-hoo! 2 years of an amazing job where I had lots of freedom and I could use all my creativity and was earning greatly. I had an amazing car, company car. I traveled a lot, met a lot of great people. Um, a job long before that at the airport. I love aviation. And so I got a job at the airport and it was a great job, a lot of fun colleagues. But still, 2020 was my best year till then. And now I'm looking at 2021, I'm like, hey, this year is very well on track to get even better. Oh, it doesn't mean better. It doesn't mean that 2020 suddenly is not a great year or the other years that I'm talking about were great. Or that I had great experiences in other years, like my first flight, piloting myself an airplane. It's about the level of inner joy, inner happiness, which used to be very connected to external factors. And now, since last year, it's connected to this, to what's within me. And I didn't write down all the things I've done. On my website, you can find my bio on the About Me, and you can see a bunch of names of people who have inspired me, who helped me a lot. Courses I've done, but I don't remember them all. So I wrote down what I could remember. And it's not even that you would say those are the most important, because they were all important, all in their own way, all in that specific moment. It was what I needed. So wherever you are in your life, wherever you feel you're on the echelon of spirituality, of enlightenment, you are where you need to be now. And I would be grateful for where I am. So you can also be grateful for you where you are, and just enjoy. Look back at everything you've done, everything you've learned, how far you've come. And of course there are things that but back then I had more of this, I had more of that. But look at how you were feeling then and how you feel now. So I hope that this answers a bit the question for you. That this helps you actually be happier, be grateful for where you are today. And please do share with me in the comments or privately your experiences. What were key moments in your life, or what were things you did that really made a difference for you, or how you felt the change? Because I love to hear other people's stories about how they transformed their lives, what they did, the obstacles they overcome. It inspires me too. It inspires me a lot. And encourages me to keep going when things are tough. See you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and share.